I'm sitting here laying down in bed, kind of just fading into the voice of God and the presence of the Lord. He started bringing my attention to something, right? Let me give a little backstory. So, long story short, last couple of days, the devil been trying to plant these fond and understand when I say fond, I mean that sarcastically, right? These fond memories of my past life experiences, and I won't lie, a few of them have made me go like, oh, not necessarily that I miss it. It's just like, wow, that was fun. And sometimes I have let them linger a bit, and and sometimes God be catching me like, you know what I mean? Cause so He's been like pulling me to make sure that I come to Him when these pop up. But those days that I let it linger, I believe and understand that those days is when the devil was really trying to get his toe in the door to see, does he still have some seeds rooted inside of me? If there are still some roots that he can, go and touch on. And the reason I say that is because, like I said, as I'm laying in bed, all these past memories of negativity are creeping up on me. It started as me fading into my thoughts on fond memories, and again, that's sarcastically. I start fading in from past memories. Sometimes I'll be fading into my mind. I just sit here, and be, God and me be talking and stuff. But my mind started thinking back to then, and then here comes those negativities, those things that were prompted from these fond memories. And it was, things with, PTSD, sexual natures, and things that were said and things that were done, and then God was like, that's what the devil do, and you really do have to be on your guard all the time. You know what I mean? You cannot let your guard down, because he will stick his toe in and sneak in. And it could seem something so harmless, but it's not harmless, because the devil is like, okay, if I can get her mind on these fond memories that she was in at that place in that time, if I can get her, and her meaning me, if he can get me to think on the past of those not fond memories. Now these are what's circulating in my mind. That's not the things that were, for lack of a better word, good back then, were rooted in the devil. And so the devil is just basically like, let me go and also touch on these negativities to try to keep me, in a way, he's trying to keep me in him. You know what I mean? I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm trying to think of the way to say it. That's not necessarily how I think it should be said. Basically, anyway. So, it's been leading to further perversion. Excuse me. It's been leading to further perversion of other thoughts, things that didn't even happen. And when it's not almost, God be catching me, he be like, you see what he doing? He really be revealing, you see that? This is what it led to. This fond memory that you had, this conversation that you had, you know what I mean? Now these desires that you weren't having, now these challenges that you weren't having, now they're on your mind, and now they're becoming evident. And that's what it means to look at God. Literally, keep your eyes on God. Think on the things above. Look at Jesus Christ. Don't look back. And that's what he keep reminding me. You cannot look back. As soon as you look back, the devil like, she's looking over here. She's looking over here. Okay, now that she's looking, let's plant this good thing from back then. But along with those good memories, become associated with all this poison, and he flips it. The devil flips it. He flips that poison to produce more poison, because some of these things that were being planted into my mind hadn't even happened, but they do aid and abet, like the negativity. And these were things that in my past had me so down, so low, that I felt like I couldn't breathe sometimes. And God is so good, because we ain't there no more. Like I said in the previous, video, we don't live there no more. And God provided that understanding that we don't live there no more. But He also provides me that understanding. He allows me to understand. I have to be on my P's and Q's all the time. Yesterday there was this, situation. I won't call it a situation. I was having a conversation with my coworkers, and we were just talking about guys, famous people that we thought were really handsome or whatever. And the conversation got a little sexual in nature, but I didn't participate in that part. I was like, oh, it's getting a little too left. Let me turn around and get back to work, because I was like, no, I ain't participating in that part of the conversation, because I just thought we was talking about handsome people. Later on, after work, I started having these sexual thoughts and desires that I was not having no challenges with. Like we was good. I was like, man, God will bring me a husband when it's time. When it's time, then I'll get a husband. Yesterday, now all of a sudden it's on my mind, these sexual desires that I was not having these challenges with. I wasn't having these challenges with because my mindset hasn't been on thinking of males and all of that stuff, because I know that right now is not the time to think on those things. Right now is the time to focus on God and let Him lead me in the direction that He wants to go. And at the right time, it's gonna be a husband. And it's like I said. Oh, and I forgot to tell you this. When I was sitting there talking, I felt conviction, and I won't say that I didn't recognize it as conviction then. I think it was more of an awareness that I felt at that time, because I was like, what's so bad about our conversation? Like, I shouldn't even be having this freaking challenge to feel like this is bad, But then later on, as these things start popping up, that's when that's when the revelation came. The revelation was, this conversation opened the door for additional emotions and desires that come associated with these things that I said, with this conversation that I participated in. Me calling a guy handsome, and this guy and that guy, he's so handsome, and you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't think nothing big of it until later, and then that's when God was like, boom. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is because of the conversation earlier. And I'm chuckling right now, but in reality, that's what it is. This was because of my conversation earlier. And that's when I was like, man. So, like I said, when God revealed that to me, now I'm like, oh, the devil trying to take my head to the left. Let me make sure I take my head up. Let me make sure that I pray these things off of me right away, because I don't want the devil having no kind of nothing to me. I don't want him having no kind of access. I don't want him to even think that he can have access. And so that's why it is really, really important for myself and to look to God. I really, really, really have to look to God. My steps have to be forward. My head has to be forward. My hands have to be forward. My thoughts have to be forward. My body has to be forward. I cannot in any shape or form or fashion have any ties. And the thing that I think can be challenging for me is kind of like knowing, is this okay to say? Is this not okay to say? And I know that all things work out for the good of me who loves Jesus Christ. That doesn't mean, though, that I need to participate in I guess negative freedom to get to that point. Because all things work out. Like I said yesterday, I had a revelation. I was allowed to understand what was going on and what led up to this point. With that being said, that should not have even been a lesson. It should have just been a victory with me. Nope, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And the lesson, the victory is in the lesson. So don't get me wrong. I am for sure knowing that the victory is in the lesson. God's gonna get the victory and the glory either way. It's the way that I am affected by this victory. And so yeah, yesterday your girl slipped up. The truth is the truth. And I'm just so grateful and blessed to God that He showed me, that He allowed me, that He and I have spent time together for Him to reveal the tricks of the devil, because they ain't different. He just formats them in a different manner. And He's like, keep your eyes forward, keep your eyes on me, keep your eyes focused on the positive and good things. You don't have time to be looking at nothing else. You know what I mean? And it's just the truth. I don't have time to be looking at nothing else. Right now, Jesus Christ got me for real. And Jesus Christ have me for real. In every direction, I have to make sure that, just like I said the other day at the end of my video, please help my choices to choose you. I need Jesus Christ to help me to look for Him. I need Jesus Christ to help me keep my eyes forward. I remember those terrible times back in the days. I don't want those times where I'm just laying and I can't move and I'm just so exhausted. I'm spiritually drained. I don't want that, because Jesus Christ has showed me freedom. He has showed me peace. He has revealed to me exactly how happiness can be. He's warmed me. He's shown me emotions. And for me, that is monumental, because these were challenges, these were hurdles that I never thought I could really overcome, because I tried and I failed, but I wasn't trying Jesus Christ's way. I was trying to figure out ways that I could do this. And there just ain't no I when it comes to Jesus Christ. It's always we. Through Jesus Christ can I get to the Father. I go through the Son to get to the Father. There is no, I'm going to do this and go around Jesus and go talk to God. Who am I talking to if I'm not going through Jesus Christ? At this point, I'm just talking in the air. You know what I'm saying? And there are variations from that. But basically, and I'm not going to go too far into detail on that part right now. But all I'm saying is, if I'm trying to talk to God and I'm trying to go around Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? What disrespect is that? What disrespect is that for me to feel like I'm at such a high stature that I can say, okay, Jesus, let me step around you and go approach the throne of grace? Like, what gall do I have to even think that I'm that important? I mean, and I hate to use the word, but it's the truth. What importance do I have without my belief in Jesus Christ, who is the ultimate belief? You know what I'm saying? Who was and is the ultimate sacrifice. And so me trying to go around, it just don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, that's what I got. I really mean it when I ask God and when I ask Jesus, please help me to choose you. Please help me to choose you. Please help my choices, the things that I do, during the day-to-day, the things that I think, the things that I wear, the day-to-day. Please help these to choose you. And yeah, so that's what I got. Y'all be blessed.